Hello and welcome back, friends. So, today we are going to talk about meal planning, in particular, how I do that with my husband from a separate book other than my planner, so that we both have ownership in planning meals for our family. So, this year's book is an Aura Estelle Annie Plans collaboration. I bought this cover from Lauren Phelps Designs because, in and out of my bag and to and from the grocery store, I was afraid this book wasn't going to get beaten up. So I decided to protect it. And it worked out really well because we can tuck little coupons back there. I also made this pencil board from a piece of scrapbooking paper. It always falls out. I think my husband secretly hates it, but he deals with it. So here we go. Not a lot to this. It's very easy. I do not use the monthly pages. I know some people like to plan their meals for the month, which is great. If I did that, I would use the month for that. However, I use the weekly. The weekly is very useful to me in that totally out of frame. There we go. Okay, so let me go back. Here is an empty month in case you were curious. And now the week. So as you can see, there's two different handwritings. It's messy. Nothing is organized. There are arrows and lines drawn all over the place. We do, however, have a tiny bit of organization. This was when we were first starting out. I drew some lines. I wrote out, the categories of what we needed, and that corresponds to the areas in our grocery store. So it evolves a little bit. Over here, I put extra things that we might make. So that's been fun. I will still use my bread machine often, very often. My husband writes in here. So the way we do it is sometimes I grab the book and some recipe books, or he'll grab the book. And when I say the book, I mean this meal planner book. And one of us will grab the book and grab the stack of books we might want to use during the week, or log on to Pinterest. We use the app on our phone, and we figure it out. What do you want to eat is always the question we ask each other. And, sometimes he'll say, hey, I want to make this. Or sometimes I'll say, hey, let's make that. And so we just sit down and we do it. We write down the list. So if we know what's going on this week, we will write down, if we want to make a bigger meal, like we wanted to make, Country Captain Chicken Momentum. That's a slow cooker meal. So, maybe this day is busy. So we'll start this early and it'll be ready for us when we're ready to eat. This is easy. This is sun-dried tomato cod, and that's a really easy recipe. That's a throw together kind of deal. So anyway, we'll go through our calendars. His is on his phone. Obviously, I have my planner. And we look and see, okay, who is doing what, who's free, who can cook, who can't cook. And we will plan our meals according to our schedules. And so we write down the meals and the source. Sometimes it's Pinterest. Sometimes it's a regular book that we have. And over here, we will write down all the ingredients we need for those meals. We also have house section, and that is, general household things: toilet paper, paper towels, food prep gloves, whatever. When we go to the grocery store, we usually go to the grocery store together because if he goes, all he brings back is prepackaged foods. If I go, all I bring back is fresh, healthy food, nothing in a package, everything organic and, expensive. So if we go together, then we get a good balance of healthy things and, unfortunately, packaged things. Like if I went, I would never buy chips again. But my husband, he's hooked. So, and because he buys them, of course, I eat them too, even though I say I would never buy them. I wouldn't buy them because I know if I don't buy something, I won't reach for it. It won't be around, and I won't eat it. But anyway, we're two individuals, and we have to live in a house together, and we have to get along. Oh, so this week I made Oregon Trail cookies, and they were really tasty, super loaded, full of like imagine like a trail mix in a cookie. It's really good. So yeah, that's pretty much it for how we use this. I think it's really beneficial for both of us to have ownership in who makes the meals. A long time ago in planner community, I kept seeing all these women, talk about how they had to be responsible. I still talk about women. I still see women talk about this in the planner community, how they are responsible for figuring out what their family eats for 3 meals a day, every day until their kids move out. Husbands included. When it comes time to meals, they fall under the same category as the children do, is the mom is in charge. But I think that is so lame, for lack of a better word. I have things going on in my life, and I can't always be responsible for what everybody is eating. So when my husband and I sit down and do our meal plan for the week, sometimes a Saturday, sometimes a Friday, either way, we'll go. We always shop on Sunday, usually, unless we have to arrange our schedules for something. We go and we do this together as a team. He has equal responsibility in what he eats. I have responsibility in what I eat. And that's just how I think it should be, because, I am a person and I am tired just like anybody else in the family. So anyway, that's my reasoning. That's my thought. And having it in the separate book means I get to buy another planner, and I get to, put cutesy little tabs on it. And you'll see there's no stickers. I wasn't going to annoy my husband with, I have to put stickers on our grocery book. He is perfectly fine with me and my hobby of stickering. He thinks it's cute. He doesn't get it, and that's fine. He is obsessed with people who go online and share pictures of radiation levels of antiques that they find in, thrift stores and stuff. I personally don't get that, but I find that knowledge very useful, that you have to be careful what you buy from the thrift stores. So, I just file that under good to know. Watch your back on that one. Okay, that's enough of that. So we are in October, and the thing about this book is it's great, but it doesn't have very many notes pages. It's got like a couple, and we've never even used them because there's just like no point. There's 2 of them. So we have to have a separate to-do list for our Costco trip. And so we stuff it in the book, we stuff in our pencil board, and away we go with our broken pencil that has the twisty eraser. That we've had these pencils since college, you guys. It's the best thing we found to write on this paper. So that's just how it is. It's all broken. There's no clip anymore. We used to have one where this thing wouldn't stay in. I replaced it with this less broken one, but still broken. I don't know. It gets the job done. He doesn't care. He's a guy. He's just like, where's the list? Let's get this over with. So because of that, this year, and let me bring that in, we are going to use, let me zoom in on that just a little bit, this Hobonichi. So I'm going to set this one aside. So this is a really, nice green, solid color book, very masculine, not very feminine book that my husband, if he has to go to the grocery store by himself, he, won't be like, my wife sent me here with this book. I know he wouldn't care, but he'd like roll his eyes a little. So the good thing about this book is that it has all these note pages. Of course, if you are familiar with the Hobonichi, you know this already, and you know that there's another book, The Week's Mega, that has like twice as many pages. I don't need twice as many pages. This is fine for us. But it is nice, and I did tell my husband about this, instead of using our random little sheet of paper, although it's very cute, for our Costco or our Target or our whatever lists, and like having to keep track of this additional piece of paper and hope it doesn't fall out of our book while we're, you know, on the way to the grocery store or walking through the parking lot or what have you. We can just flip to this back section. We can turn the page and we can say, Target, today's date, what we need, and away we go. Of course, we're using the pen that came with this book from Hobonichi. I ordered from their storefront, and so this pen is great. I've already been writing with it, and I got to say, this is the way to go if you need a quick pen for your meal planner. So this other stuff up front, other than like it's good to have a reference calendar, we probably won't use this for anything functional. This is also good to have this like index kind of year spread. And I thought about using it to track down like how much we spent at the grocery store or Target or Costco or wherever, just to kind of see, you know, how much money we spend just as a visual for me. No other reason than, you know, I'm curious. Okay, and then the months, again, I don't know if we're going to use this section. I don't know if it's useful or not for us as this is a meal planner. Maybe my husband will come up with something that we can use this for. Maybe like household, like bill schedule or something. As we both have access to it, it sits in our kitchen on a shelf, so we both know where it is at all times. So this may be like our kitchen calendar for whatever, you know, in-laws are coming or we're going to be out of town. So, you know, we know to clean out the fridge or whatever. Okay, so here we go. This starts in November, so that's great. Very excited. Right after Thanksgiving, which is perfect because I don't have to negotiate two different books. Christmas is always, December around Christmas time is always that weird, like I'm leaving one book and I'm going into another, but this makes it easy. In December, I can just go ahead and I can start a new book. So I've already gone through, yes, that's right, every single week, painstakingly divided up this second page, this blank page in the Hobonichi for all the weeks of 2024 into the categories that I think we might need. Now, should it come that we don't need these categories, that's fine. I'll get the white out. This book is a whatever. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's a workhorse. It gets the job done kind of book. So that is that. As for the things in the back, like these fun things, obviously pen test page, got to have it. I don't know. Maybe we'll keep track of our favorite restaurants. And definitely do want to carry over from the old book our favorite recipes and where we found them. And then as we go through out next year, I really would like to write down the recipes, the new recipes that we find that we really like. Because there's always like that time when we're like, hey, do you remember that thing we made like last April? April? No, I can't remember April. I barely remember breakfast. So it would be good to log all the recipes here. These other things, I don't know, we may not use. These recipes, I am definitely going to make. These look so cool. I'm so glad I got the English edition so I can read the recipe. And I really want to make this recipe. It's a tofu dumpling thing on a stick. And I see these in pictures from like Asian sticker companies, and like it's cute, but I never knew what it was before. So I'm definitely going to try to make some of those. And strawberry frozen yogurt, I mean, come on, that's great. So these 4 things as seasonal treats, I'm definitely going to add that to my list. Oh, look here. What have I done? Okay, so here's something that I thought would be good. So I used to be vegetarian only, and then because of certain dietary needs for some medical things, I started eating meat again. So we don't often eat red meat, and we mostly eat poultry, sometimes fish, always vegetables. So I thought it would be cool if I went through here and decided which, let me rephrase that. If I tracked on this check it off sheet in the back of the book, what days our dinners are one of these categories, as kind of a visual for myself to see how we're doing as a family with our diet. So normally every week there's this is a faux meat. This is vegetarian dish. This is chicken, obviously chicken dish. Quesadilla with mushroom and zucchini, another vegetarian dish. So, if I had this calendar, I could mark accordingly and make sure that we are on the right track. We usually do one of these three things. We'll have a poultry night, a fish night, and a vegetable night, and we're fine. But I just want to make sure that we're on the right track. So addresses, I don't know if we'll need this or not. We'll see. Maybe I'll use that for, again, since this is a household kind of book, maybe our AC guy, maybe our lawn guy, maybe some other home necessity repair service company. Maybe this is a good place for us to keep track of those few things because, it's a house. Things break. Sometimes you need some help. So that's it. I got this because I heard sometimes these books flap open in your bag. Of course, the Hobonichi cover comes with a little clip for your pen, which is great. I don't know. Does it fit the whole thing? If you have one, you probably already know. No, it doesn't. So that's fine. Whatever. I don't care as long as I don't lose my pen. As long as my coupons don't go flying out of my bag. Maybe I can even do this too. Something like that. I don't know. I just want to keep it all together. I want my husband to be able to keep it all together so that when one of us or both of us go to the grocery store, we can walk in with a plan and walk out with what we need for the week. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we don't forget anything. Anytime you have to make a list, we usually walk around the house and check on laundry detergent. Do we need this? Do we need that? Hopefully we don't forget anything. And we can leave the grocery store with the peace of mind that we've got all the things we need for the week and we won't have to stress until next weekend. Okay, so that is it. That's all I wanted to share with you in this video today. If you use a system like this with your spouse, and your family, tell me about it. If you don't, maybe try it. Maybe ask your spouse, hey, do you want to try this equally shared responsibility in our house? So that's all for now. I will see you in the next video. Bye.